Hi everyone, it's Chelsea here, bringing you another segment of Living in Southwest Florida. If you're thinking of moving to Fort Myers, Cape Coral, or any of the surrounding areas, then new construction may be an option that you'd like to explore. Every day, I'm getting calls from more and more people wanting to reach out and discuss what new construction looks like for them. Last week, I sat down with Steve from Coves of Estero Bay to discuss what a unique project they're building out there. But before we jump in, really quick, it would mean a lot to me if you could go ahead and hit that like button so that YouTube algorithms share this information with others and it lets me know what you'd like more of. As a thank you, here are some of the preserved views at the Coves. It is so peaceful. And really quickly, I wouldn't be doing my job well if I didn't remind you how much we love helping people from all over the country buy and sell their homes here in Southwest Florida. So if you or anyone you know are even thinking of moving, then feel free to reach out the contact information below. All right, let's jump right in. So I'm here with Steve, and we're going to talk a little bit about KB Homes. KB Home. So the Cove of Estero Bay is here, which is kind of like South Fort Myers. Alico would be here. That goes out towards the freeway, or I'm sorry, to the airport. So we're down here off of Hendry Creek, and all of this is preserved. I don't think people can, I don't know if the camera can see or people can see this, but all this area that's undeveloped is preserved, and KB is sitting right next to it.
That is correct. We have about a mile of preserve between us and Hendry Creek.
And I think that's huge because one, it gives you a lot of access to the wildlife around here, which is pretty amazing. Two, it's centrally located. There is not a lot of new construction in this part of town. In fact, I can't think of a single other new construction build that's going on in this area. And with it being as centralized as it is to Fort Myers, going down towards Naples, Estero, and Bonita Springs, it's a really centralized location. I want to touch specifically on Hurricane Ian because I get asked about Hurricane Ian all the time right now. And with your location being right next to Hendry Creek, if people were to look at Hurricane Ian maps, a lot of this area did go underwater except here.
That is correct.
Yeah, so tell us why, if you can tell people why we didn't go down even though your neighbors did.
The reason Coves of Estero Bay did not go underwater at all is because it is the more modern built community. All the new building codes require that we are at 12 feet above sea level. All of the area surrounding us is built in the 20 to 30-year-old range, and they are not up to the more current building codes. So their elevation levels were less.
Yep. Yeah, so some of these, I have been showing some of these neighborhoods for hurricane damaged homes, but not a single house here went under, not a single car. Everything was okay elevation wise, even though you're sitting I'm looking at the preserve right behind you through the window behind you. So, and that's because we're at 12-foot elevation, right?
Correct.
Okay. So current code is currently what?
FEMA requires all the new homes to be at 12 feet or above. With regard to the flood zones, flood zone X requires you to be above 11 feet. So any of these homes, if you file the paperwork along with the elevation certificate, you should be able to get moved back into flood zone X. Which
is awesome because a lot of this area is not flood zone X. So being 12 feet versus the 11 feet, that gives you that extra foot. We got a lot of things going on here on Tamiami Trail and 41, which is 41. Going into town, I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit here so people can see. So this is College Parkway going over to Cape Coral. Beaches is a big question with us being centralized right here.
Yep.
You've got beaches here at Fort Myers Beach. You've got beaches down here, over here at Barefoot Beach. So they're kind of right, we're kind of in the middle here. And you don't live too far away. How long does it take you to get to the beach?
We're in a perfect spot. It takes me exactly 25 minutes to get to Fort Myers Beach, and it takes me exactly 25 minutes to get to Barefoot Beach.
Perfect. Okay. great. I love Barefoot Beach too. I feel like the traffic through here is a little bit easier to navigate sometimes. So, and then again, we've talked about the wildlife and so forth coming off of the creek. Can you tell us a little bit about KB Home and what's going on here?
KB Home, we're one of the big builders. We've been around 60 years. It's a nationwide builder. KB Home is based on 4 pillars. That's innovative design, personalization, affordability, and partnership.
Yay! I feel like I'm testing you, right? Okay, so 4 pillars. First one is innovative design. Tell me a little bit about that.
Innovative design. Our houses live better. They're open space. They're highly energy efficient. And the buyer also gets to make changes within the home.
Okay, all right.
Next, we have personalization.
Okay, so that would be like design studio. Well, okay, so we've got the floor plans here. What do you have?
Excellent. We have 8 floor plans here at Coves of Estero Bay. Smallest is going to be 1,585 square feet. That's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage home. And we kind of bounce up all the way to the largest home that we build is 3,016 square feet.
Okay. 2 of those being 2 stories and all the rest being 1 story.
Correct.
This is very customizable though.
That is true. We are able to, the buyer is able to personalize their home. Everything from the front of the house or the elevation to
Keep talking.
the height of the ceilings. We're able to do a taller ceiling in the great room. You are able to add a 3-car garage if you wish.
I love that. Let's go to an interactive. This is my favorite floor plan. I'm basically going to design my house right now. So like we can play around with this floor plan here. We can add the extended patio if we want to. What's the difference between the extended? What does that look like?
This is just the concrete slab, and this is the covered patio.
That's the covered one. I want the covered one. Okay, so building my dream home here. I love that I can sit here and do this. And one of the great things about KB is that windows.
You turn that into a bank of 3 windows.
Oh, is that what I did?
Yep. And we can also add.
I want to do it all.
Okay. So go ahead and add another window at the great room.
Okay.
I'll put it here.
Boom.
And as you scroll,
I'm getting great light, aren't I?
Scroll down, get another window. Right here.
Oh, boom.
Window 3.
Look at that. I got lots of windows now. I've got volume ceilings on my house. I've got island in the kitchen.
Tray
Oh wait,
ceiling.
no, I want the wet island with the sink, please. I want tray ceilings in my primary bedroom. Separate tub. Oh, yep. I personally like a tub. I know not everybody does, so maybe they just want the shower, the seat in here. But the point is that we can do all that sort of stuff, right?
Yes, you can.
So it's very I think you guys have what 20 different paint colors alone that people can choose from. So you might have 8 floor plans, but they're all going to be very different houses from each other.
And the goal is we're not allowed to put 2 houses that looks the same together.
Okay.
KB Home believes that no 2 home buyers are the same, therefore no 2 homes should be the same.
Excellent. When you're looking at pricing here, you're going to have a base price, and then these sorts of things end up changing your price, right? So
correct.
Come in expecting, that this is not going to be your end point. Basically.
That's correct. Generally what I see to design a home like we just did and just go all in and fully customize it, you're going to spend $30,000 on your structural options. When you get into the design center and you sit down and do the design center experience where you pick out the color of the cabinets and the color of the countertops and all of that, you're probably going to spend about $30,000 there as well.
Okay.
And my home sites range from 0 for my interior lots. Generally, we're looking at $30,000 for the preserve lots.
Okay.
Anything that's going to be on the lake is usually going to be $40,000 to $45,000.
Okay.
And I do have some of the home sites up here on the east side, which currently are $20,000. I have 2 of those which are marked half price.
Okay.
And
all this is, of course, subject to change. All the pricing is subject to change. But right now, that kind of gives you an idea of tiering, right?
Yep. So the easy math for everyone to try to get them into the ballpark of how much is a brand new home with everything that I like, how much is that going to cost me? I would take base price and add $90,000 to that.
And I'm going to say add 100 just to be safe.
Okay.
Let's talk about, actually, I'm going to go back to the community here. Let's talk about amenities.
Okay.
So one of the great things about this particular development is that it's got very low HOA fees. And that's because we do have a reduced set of amenities.
Correct.
Because not everybody needs all the jazz, right? So, oh, I can't move this one, huh? Yeah.
Yep.
Over here is the pool, right? It's not going to move. That's okay. Over here is the pool. And we've got a pool and a clubhouse, right?
Correct.
And those are already functioning. Those are all built out and ready to go. And then we've got wetlands and walking path. Like there's plenty of walkable space nearby,
Yes, there is.
right? But the big thing is the pool and the clubhouse,
And
right?
with the pool and the clubhouse, we've done that intentionally to keep our costs down. Homeowners Association fees are only $203 per month. Kind of like along the lines of with KB Home, you're only purchasing what you need. Therefore, you're only going to pay for the items you need.
That makes sense to me. Oh, and you also do have the guard gate.
Yes.
Not guard gate. It's a gated.
It is a gated community. Currently, the gate opens.
Unguarded gate.
Yep, it's an unguarded gate. Currently, the gate will open at 7 a.m. due to construction traffic.
Right.
It'll close again at 6 p.m. Beyond that, it's every car.
Okay. Yep. And that'll, as construction phase, which you guys are built out pretty far at this point. All of this gray is going to be completed phase 1.
Correct.
And those are all moved in and ready to go, and they have been for a little while now. And then the red is already sold. So you guys are trucking over here.
We're going to be finished counting the entire community, phase 1 and phase 2. It's going to be about 240 homes when all is said and done. Again, the gray area here, we have residents living there. That's already complete. As we move through the area that we're building now, we have currently moved in our first 5 residents. And we will probably have 10 closings a month over the next 3 to 4 months as we're moving forward.
How long do you project it'll take for you guys to wrap up here?
I think we'll be finished in a year and a half.
Okay.
Possibly 2 years if we're looking at construction time.
Right.
Let's try that again.
But the sale portion, right?
Sales, we should have finished in a year and a half. Construction, we should be completely done within 2 years.
Okay, sounds good. Another great thing about here too is since we're talking about HOAs and funding, how much people can expect, no CDD.
That is correct, and that's a big selling point for us. There's no CDD, which will help keep your home ownership costs low. Also, one of the great things about our community is our home sites or lot sizes. Every lot is 75 feet wide. Does not matter whether you build a small home or a large home, it goes on that 75-foot wide lot.
And that, like, some people may not understand the significance of that, but many builders in the area have like 3 different sizes of lot, and the lowest one could be like 40 feet, maybe 50 feet, and 70 feet. You guys are building at 75, which is bigger than some builders are even using. So you're not squashed on your neighbor.
Correct.
As much.
And let's see, very evident when you walk through the community, you will notice there is space in between your home and your neighbor's home. Any of the new communities that you walk into right now, there is generally 10 feet from one exterior wall to the other exterior wall. Not a whole lot of space.
No, it's not. Definitely not. And that CDD too, that's huge because I think the average I'm seeing on CDD is about 2,000 right now.
Yep.
So that 2,000 goes onto a tax bill and it stays on your tax bill for years. They say it's going to be like 30 years. However, they still keep some on even after the 30 years for maintenance. So, it's still there. So I would just say like that's $2,000 a year that you're going to be saving, which that's pretty significant, right? It's almost $200 a month.
You can use that $200 a month to help personalize your home, or you can use it to go on a vacation.
Right, there you go. So if somebody wanted to go ahead and purchase a house today, what's the next steps?
It's super easy. All we got to do is do a 2% earnest money deposit. That'll be 2% of your base price. We do a DocuSign contract, and that's the first step to get started. Other than that,
that's it. That's it. put your money and your signature somewhere, right? Okay. All right, that sounds good.
If you're going through our inside lender, we'll need to get a pre-qualification. They can do that within 3 days. If you're going through an outside lender, we're still going to need the pre-qualification and then ultimately a loan commitment within 30 days.
Okay. And what does build times look like right now?
Right now, build times from the time you sign the contract, we're looking at 10 to 12 months.
Okay.
Construction is telling me that our cycle times are coming down. I feel comfortable with 10 to 12 months. And if they do come down, we'll deal with that as it happens.
That's pretty typical. Most of the builders I'm talking to right now, or even some are 12 to 14. So, but you guys also do have some move-in. Let me find them. Move-in ready homes or quick move-ins. They're more titled, and
some are quicker move-in than others.
Yeah, of course. So those can range anywhere from like 30 days to what?
30 days to probably as far out as about 8 months.
Okay. So those are ones that had kind of started the build process.
Yep.
Sometimes you can step in and make decisions on changes.
Yep, great question. If you catch it early enough, you're able to make some changes. We're not going to be able to make any structural changes on that, but design studio options, flooring color, cabinet color, countertop color, there is a chance that we can make those changes.
That's great. And you've got all kinds of choices for that sort of stuff. So it's really nice. I think there's 20 different colors of paint that people can choose, right? So those are all going to be predetermined with their floor plan. And these green lots are the ones you guys are actively selling, and you can put basically anything, really. It looks like all of them there.
Any of the home sites with a green dot on it, you can put any house that we're building there.
Awesome.
And as you saw, anything with a blue dot, we've already predetermined the floor plan that's going to go there. Okay. And once again, depending on what stage of construction, and you may be able to make changes through the design center still.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Excellent.
I hope that this was useful for you. If you have any questions about the data, or if you'd like to drill down and compare specific neighborhoods, like say the Coves of Estero Bay, or take a deeper look in areas in Fort Myers versus Cape Coral, or waterfront homes or pool homes, or whatever your circumstances call for, then feel free to reach out in the contact information below in the description below. Myself and the network of agents I have throughout the United States are here, and we're ready to help you with your move. My video schedule can sometimes be erratic, so if you'd like more videos like this, then don't forget to hit subscribe so you'll be notified when we drop another one. If you are ready to get that ball rolling on your move to Southwest Florida, then there's a link in the description below to set up a personalized home search that'll be tailored specifically to you. Oftentimes when you search on web aggregates, it limits your capabilities. But when I build this search, you're going to be able to have many more options available, and we can begin to have a conversation about what your home in Florida will look like. Or feel free to use Cape Coral Fort Myers Realestate.com for all the latest listings to hit the market and begin getting comfortable with our marketplace. There's no obligations. And don't forget to add me on social media and follow along as we post weekly articles and information that you may find handy and give you insight as to what life in Florida looks like. As always, we really appreciate it when you leave us a comment and hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification bells so that you can be notified when we drop future videos that may help you with living in Southwest Florida. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I wish you much health and happiness.